Welcome to our first ever Byram Hills virtual blitz. I'm, of course, here alongside with my co-pilot, Jesse Smalls. Jesse, ready to go?
Ready to get started.
Here we have Matt Nichols and Nick Skiera for a very special virtual blitz interview. So let's start off. Let's dive right into it with our first question.
Skiera, I'll start with you. On the baseball side of things, what have you done to stay prepared?
I've been doing some body weight workouts at my house. I don't have any equipment, so it's tough to do other things. But other than that, I've been hitting at IBM and Lombardi and throwing into a fence, stuff like that, keeping safe as much as possible. So.
All right, and for me, I've just been trying to really do as much as I can. I have a batting cage out there. I make sure I take advantage of it. I have a net. I try to go as far back as I can and get my throwing in. And then, I got a gym downstairs, so try to get my workouts in every day. But, it's just really staying mentally prepared more than anything because, obviously it's not the same. You're not playing baseball, but you can still really get your work in and become a better baseball player throughout this kind of quarantine.
Yeah, I think the mental side is very important. And as the uncertainty grows about whether we have a season for baseball or any other spring sport, how have you guys specifically coped with these new realities?
Well, right off the bat, it's an understanding that you're not alone and, there's nothing you can really do to control this other than, make yourself better. There's really, obviously it's tough, not going to lie to you. People say, you have the years after, but nothing really compares to this, high school sports, your senior year, even just being a senior in general. It's just something that you'll never really get back. And you always look back and say, wow, that was awesome. But you just got to make the most of, what you're really handed with. And that's just, working on yourself, whether it be the mental side or if it's the physical side as well.
Yeah, I think to hop off of that, this high school season is the last one we'll ever get to play with, the kids we grew up with. Other than that, after we go to college, we'll be meeting new people that we've never seen before. Just high school is just the pinnacle of your career in Armonk, essentially.
And Nichols, as a captain, what steps have you taken to make sure you guys stay connected as a team?
Well, one thing we really prided ourselves on was how, close we were. We had a lot of returners coming back to this team. And that was something that, whether it was in the off season and then leading up to our season, we were together. We were doing everything together. And, right when school kind of started to come out, nothing was really that bad. We were out on the field. We had multiple, you call them captains practices, but, we were out there. We didn't have Coach Saunders there with us, but we were getting our work in, working as if it was a practice with our practice plan. Obviously, that kind of, got shut down, but everybody's accountable. And I know that I can speak for the whole team and that everybody's trying to stay ready in any way that they can. Not everybody has the weights at home. Not everybody has the batting cage, but everybody has that, and they really want it. So, I don't really think that us not being together is really taking us apart because, whether it be through social media and just quite literally because we're just a very close team that, I don't know, nothing's really changed between us.
Yeah, I think that tight-knit unity is what makes baseball baseball. And let's move on to Skiera. To all the younger baseball players doing this, whether they're on varsity or whether they're on JV or modified or even in Little League, what is the message you want to send to them during these same circumstances?
Keep the energy up, never give up. This sport is very tough. It's called a game of failure for a reason. There's a lot of things you can do to keep be encouraged about baseball. You can play MLB The Show. You can watch baseball. It's free to watch for the past 2 seasons, so that's always good. You can go to any game you want. Baseball is exciting, so we love to keep the energy up and the youth because we know at times it can be seen as a dying sport. So I think baseball is doing whatever it can to stay up, and I think that it's such a good sport, such an amazing sport that we need to keep the youth up. So I think definitely stay encouraged, no matter where you are in the season or anywhere.
And both of you guys are going to be playing baseball at the next level. Has your mindset changed at all going in next year?
Well, whether there would be, 5 recruiting classes up to just us, it's going to be hard. It's different. We're freshmen again, and we understand that. And, but I was not going in there prior to the coronavirus thinking anything was going to be handed to me. And that's why, honestly, this is a little bit better. Now, if anybody thought that, that's wiped right out, because there's going to be a lot of schools that allow those seniors to come back next year and be the fifth-year senior. That makes our job tougher, but if anything, it just makes us work even harder, and we'll probably learn a lot from this, because right out of the gate, we're going to have to just work, and that's just going to be a really good thing for us, I think.
We have to work our way up again. I think one of the most exciting things about high school was working my way up in the system to earn my spot and really get that playing time that I felt like I deserved because I worked so hard to get there. And, that was extremely satisfying for me because I spent day in and day out in the gym working on my mechanics, everything by myself. And, it's satisfying to get that. So to be able to go back, essentially, except at the next level, just more rigorous with more competition between the players for playing time, I think that'll be really fun and a good experience for me. And I can't wait to meet, new people that I've never seen before, which is different than high school because you've been playing with them your whole life. So I think it'll be really fun to see that at the next level.
We asked this to every one of our interviewees. We'll start with Nick here. What is the athlete, or who is the athlete that you look up to, whether it's on the field, off the field? It could be a baseball player, could even be another sport. Who is that athlete for you?
My favorite baseball player is Dustin Pedroia, and he's kind of he's kind of someone that I model myself after, not just on the diamond, but also like in real life. He's always been known as this hard-nosed player that's put all of his energy into every play and never gave up in any situation. And he's had success. He's won an MVP with the Red Sox, so he clearly has that skill. And he just shows me that, if you put your energy into anything, you can succeed. And even when he's injured for the past 3 years, he's still trying to play. He's still trying to be on that team and help them out. So I think he's just a player in general that I model myself after in life and on the diamond.
All right, so one thing that I really, kind of live by right there, it says back there, it's kind of everywhere, is trust the process. And one athlete who really, kind of made that mainstream and made me really kind of sit back and think about it was Joel Embiid. And, a lot of people, they sort of didn't really want to see him succeed, saw the injuries and just assumed, whatever, he's not really going to really do much. And with the 76ers almost, not really wanting to see them succeed. But I don't know, he kind of just, he made it out of almost nothing and then just kind of built it up. And he just said, just wait and we'll see. And they're starting to become a powerhouse in the Eastern Conference. That's a whole different story, Matthew. We could do that if you want. But, no, I don't know. I kind of just saw it in myself, and that trust the process. I really tried to, live it with my injuries and sort of my setbacks. It hasn't been the easiest path, but I think that I didn't really let it get to my head, and I think I got what I wanted. A lot of it was earned. It wasn't really easy, but it happened, and I think I trusted the process. But the thing is, and that's one thing that I love about this, kind of quote, is that you can always have it for anything. And I don't think that I've finished it off or anything, and that it's in the past. That's something you could use for almost anything.
Thank you guys for listening to our first ever virtual Byram Blitz. I hope the Byram community is staying safe, and go Bobcats.